In fact, from the very early days in the Rig Veda, we find references to raids, confrontations, battles between the Vedic tribes who were generally denoted by the term Jana. Can you enlarge upon it?
The Vedic Jana was most popular socio-political unit, later indicating probably whole tribes settled in certain areas. A number of references show that there were early tribes like Purus, Trisus and Bharatas. The Rig Veda alludes to the famous Dasaragya battle fought by 10 tribes and the tribal confederacy of the Bharatas. Thus the tribal clans and leaderships were reigning during the early Vedic times, and these inter-tribal confrontations and battles were quite common during those days. I think these inter-tribal confrontation, rivalries and warfares were also common between the Vedic tribes and the Dasyu dynasties. For example, we do have references of the leading campaign of Bharatas against the tribal chief Sambara.
Yeah, in fact, on the one hand, we have the Dasi and Dasyu. From all the references that we get in the Rig Veda, it seems that these terms actually denoted some tribes or group of people who were of non-Vedic origin, and they might have drawn their roots from the pre-Vedic times also. Okay. And side by side with these battles and confrontations, we have indications that there were janas or popular bodies of people in a tribal formation. On the other hand, we also hear of dynasties with kings in a dynastic lineage following from each other. For example, we have the Ikshvaku dynasty, the Vedic dynasty of Ikshvakus, and we also hear of the Ikshvaku king Purukutsa, who is followed by his famous son Trasadasu. So these are the certain formations from which we have later on the derivation of some kind of a chiefdom leading to monarchy.
Ma'am, can you tell us about the formation of the social units in the early Vedic phase?
You see, the most common term that we get is Jana, which is the biggest social unit. It denoted a tribe. And then we have the Visa, who were actually the clans within a Jana. And basically the Jana unit was an egalitarian structure, but later on we shall find that this Jana was getting bifurcated. The Visa among the Jana was getting bifurcated into two tiers, hierarchical tiers, and we have the rise of the Rajanya group from among the Visa. On the other hand, we also have another, if you look down from the below, this is the biggest unit, Jana, and then the Visa, and if you look at the downwards unit, then we find that it is the Kula, which was a family tree order in fact, consisting of the parental and the filial generations. Now this Kula forms at the lowest base of the society. We do hear of the term of Kulapa only once in the Rig Veda, although later on we find that this term will become more common. It seems that it is only in the later days that a patriarchal authority within the social structure was emerging. On the other hand, we shall have the Janasyapati, that the chief leadership of a chief was emerging at the top of the society.
Ma'am, as you were talking about the political and social units, I would like to know, was there something of an idea of origin of state in the Vedic literature?
Yeah, we really don't have much of it in the early Vedic phase, but of course in the two texts of the later Vedic times, one in Aitareya Brahmana and the other is Shatapatha Brahmana, we have certain allusions to legendary formations which probably relates to some kind of a concept of a state formation. It seems that in the Aitareya Brahmana there is a theory, almost something of a theory coming near to the social contract theory, where we find that the people are actually consenting among themselves to select one from among themselves as their own leader. So that would be something approaching a social contract idea. Whereas in the Satapatha Brahmana, we have the concept of divine right monarchy emerging with the divine intervention on behalf of the people. So it is a kind of a nomination of a person by the divinity as a king, as to lead the people. So we have both these kind of ideas. On the one hand, the people's choice, and on the other, the God's nomination.